So it's like, do you have a personal goal of being a full-time writer, or are you content with like pulling double duty? Like, I'm an author and a dentist, and this is just like what I am, and I love it because I love my jobs, or do you kind of, people, especially like in the indie world, we're all just, and I don't know how much of this is the same in the traditional world, but indie artists, we're just like, we just want to stop our full-time job because most times we hate it, and we just want to be a full-time, writer. But a lot of times you don't make that much money as a writer. So do you have that same goal?
So I would say I feel like the sentiment among traditional published authors too, at least from the ones that I've talked to, that is also like kind of this big goal and everything.
Yeah.
And I think more than a goal, sometimes it's a fantasy.
Okay.
For me, where I picture this life of waking up and being able to stay in my sweats and write and like spend my day like being creative and like having that space and stuff. But then I think in a lot of ways I enjoy the structure of having my full-time job that I go to, and I also like interacting with people, and like I feel really fulfilled in like being able to take care of other people. Like I think that's just very much like my I think I'm a caretaker by nature. And so I think if I had to like name like an ideal situation, I would get to the point where I could almost be working like 3 days a week as a dentist, and then, the other 4 days as focused on writing. And then, because like you wouldn't think this, but like being a dentist is actually kind of like taxing on the body. Like you're back in your shoulders and your neck thing is like, it's really like, kind of taxing on the body. And so I already feel like very old physically. And so I'd like to be able to like, not wear my body out to the point where I'm like, I also, working is hard. Like, it's like so trite and arbitrary, but like working, like I hate having to like work for a paycheck. Like that sucks. Like, like if I could retire, I would retire and, just like dick around for the rest of my life. But like
absolutely. I've been trying to retire my job since I was like 2 years in.
Oh yeah, I saw somebody with like a patch that said aspiring retiree, and I was like, that is the goal. So yeah, I think as much as I love both of these jobs, I don't like work. I don't know that anybody actually does like work. And I think I fantasize about the idea of being a full-time author, but I think I would feel too much pressure also on the creative process to like make me money and like be my livelihood and survival and things like that. And then it would almost like scare the inspiration away to have all the pressure on it. So but maybe I'm just like also just trying to tell myself that so it doesn't like feel as sucky to work 2 jobs. But who knows? We all just delude ourselves in one way or another, right?
No, that's a good point, because it's like once the stability is gone from the check you're going to receive, are you then so nervous and worried and anxious that your creativity just goes away? That's a good point.
It's a lot of stress to put on your creativity, like something that is supposed to be kind of free of like these financial obligations, and then all of a sudden livelihood's relying on it. It's like
oh my gosh. Well, that's going to give me something to think about.
Maybe our other full-time jobs are actually this gift, this blessing for our creativity.
Yeah.
But not so much.